Bone tissue is dynamic. It is constantly breaking down and releasing stored minerals and is then rebuilt, again using minerals absorbed by the digestive tract. During bone remodeling, bone cells resorb or deposit minerals into bone tissue. In resorption, bone cells break down and release calcium and other minerals into the bloodstream. To build up bone tissue and maintain homeostasis, bone cells deposit minerals obtained from the bloodstream. The continuous and lifelong process of bone remodeling occurs at different rates depending on the skeletal region. The distal head of femur, shown here, is completely replaced approximately every 6 months. The constant process of remodeling allows bone to respond to different or differential stresses. Bone tissue is resorbed when there is slight stress. When demands are placed on bones, the tissue reacts by increasing thickness and adding projections for muscle attachments. Bone tissues consist of cells secreting an extracellular matrix. The matrix of bone tissue is the hardest of the connective tissues, yet maintains flexibility. Flexibility comes from collagen fibers running through the matrix. The tissue's hardness depends on the presence of crystallized inorganic mineral salts, primarily calcium phosphate, also known as hydroxyapatite. This combination gives bone great tensile strength, which is the ability to endure longitudinal stress along a long axis. Several cell types are associated with bone tissues, each with different role to play. The process of laying down the bony matrix begins as some mesenchymal cells differentiate into osteogenic cells. These cells mature into bone-building osteoblasts, which lay down osteoid, mostly collagen fibers. They also initiate calcification of the mineralized material of the matrix with mineral salts. As the matrix hardens, the osteoblasts become trapped in small spaces called lacunae and mature into osteocytes. Osteocytes maintain bone tissue by exchanging nutrients and wastes with the bloodstream through canals and canaliculi. Osteoclasts are large cells formed by the fusion of monocytes during resorption. These cells release lysozymes through a ruffled border that break down the bony matrix, releasing minerals such as calcium and phosphates into the bloodstream. Bone matrix serves as a storage site for calcium and phosphate ions. Bone tissue cells work to make deposits or withdrawals from these ions as needed by the body. There are two types of bone, compact and spongy. All of the bones of the skeleton have both kinds of tissue. Compact bone tissue is arranged in osteons, also known as Haversian systems. Osteons are formed when lamellae are laid down in adjoining series of concentric rings. The tissue is protective and supportive along the horizontal axis. Compact bone is found in areas that need strength, such as shaft of long bones. In spongy or cancellous bone, the lamellae are organized in branching columns called trabeculae. The spaces between trabeculae are filled with either red or yellow bone marrow. The trabeculae are oriented along lines of stress. Spongy bones are found in where the stress is applied from many directions, as has ability to transfer stress without breaking.